back to my channel, Beautiful Minutia. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and Summer Book Bingo's back. I have done Summer Book Bingo for every single year that my channel has been in existence, and it is so fun. So basically, I have a bingo board that is a 5x5 bingo board that you can plug in books onto it that you have read throughout the summer, June 1st through August 31st. And it's just a really fun way to diversify your reading, to gain some inspiration on what you might like to read. But I also do a giveaway that is associated with this as well. So I'm gonna go into the giveaway and kind of like how all of that works, and then I'm gonna also go over all the prompts. So for the board, there are 25 individual prompts. Well, actually 24, because the middle space is a free space. And for each prompt, you can pick a book that fits that prompt. Once you've filled up a line, that then counts as an entry into the giveaway. So the giveaway is for a $25 online gift card of a book retailer of your choice. So that could be like Book Outlet or Amazon or Thrift Books or, you know, whatever. There's multiple different options, but because it is an online gift card, that opens this up internationally. So it doesn't only need to be Americans who can participate in this. You can participate no matter what country you live in, as long as I am able to buy you an online digital gift card with an American credit card. So as you're filling out your bingo board, you can tag me on Instagram once you get a bingo, or you can message it to me on Instagram, or you can post it in my Discord. I will have a separate channel for all the summer book bingo goodness and fun. So those are the ways that you can let me know of your bingos. I will be tallying them. I will accept bingo entries through September 1st. So since this bingo runs from June 1st through August 31st, if you finished a book really late at night on August 31st, I want you to be able to count that on your board. So I will be accepting submissions through the end of the day on September 1st. I think the only other thing that you need to know is that you cannot double up on prompts here. So what that means is that you may read a book that fits like 3 different prompts on the board, but you can only put that book in one of those places. You can't put it in all 3 places that it matches. The reason that I do this is because every single bingo counts as an entry into the giveaway. You don't have to black out your board. All you need to do is do one bingo, which could be either 4 or 5 books read, depending on which space that you do. So it's very easy to participate in this. And there's a total of 12 bingos that you can accumulate over the course of the summer if you count all the spaces vertically, horizontally, and diagonally. So for that reason, I'm asking that you please not double up on prompts. Okay, let's talk about the bingo board. So this year I went with a s'mores theme, as you can tell. And just like last year, I had some of my patrons help me out with some suggestions for prompts. So some of these prompt ideas are mine, some of them came from them, but they always come up with so many great ideas. The very first year that I did this, all I had on there was genres. And I think I had like 2 of every genre. So I had like 2 spaces of classics, 2 spaces of middle grade, 2 spaces of nonfiction and stuff like that. And then the next year I branched out a little bit more. And every year I think that the board grows and develops and changes. Last year, I think that some of the prompts ended up being a little bit too specific. So I tried to make them a little bit more broad this time. Okay, so let's go through the prompts. The first one is a place that you'd like to visit. So this could be a nonfiction or a fiction. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the book is set in a place you would like to visit. So the next prompt is a classic. I'm not going to be policing and Googling and making sure that the book that you read fits within a certain time frame, because different people define classics differently. So this could be a classic that's hundreds of years old, or it could be a more modern classic. I am fine with both. So next up is a hot cover, and hot is in quotation marks. So it could have the word hot in the title, or the cover itself could look hot. So it could have fire on it, or it could have the sun, or really anything that's hot. A beach picture, I guess, would look pretty hot as well. So use your imagination. Next up is a book in a series. So this could be you continuing a series, or it could be starting a new series, just as long as it's a book in some kind of series. Next up just says joyful. So this could be a book that just makes you feel really joyful. It could be a book that has joy or joyful in the title. It could be a book that focuses on how to be joyful or protagonists who are searching for joy in their lives. Again, this is pretty loose. The next is a second chance. So this could be an author that you've read something by before and you didn't like that book and you're giving them another chance, or it could be a book that you previously DNF'd because you weren't enjoying it and you're deciding to give it another chance. The next prompt is to judge a book by its cover. So basically this just means you picked this book because you really like the cover. The next prompt is a nonfiction. The subgenre of nonfiction doesn't matter, just as long as it's a nonfiction. The next space is a graphic novel or a manga. I think you could probably also count like webtoons or comics in this as well. I just only have so much space. The next is a library book. So just any book that you've borrowed from the library. The next space is over 500 pages. After that, we have escapism. So this is any sort of book that you would read for escapism that makes you feel like you escape the real world and whatever is going on in your life and you're just escaping to this other place that you maybe would rather be. The free space is literally just a free space. So last year I had some people that just like had a book that didn't fit any of the other prompts and they put it there. You can do that if you want, but you are not required to read any book for the free space. It's literally just free. So if you read like the middle vertical section that has like hot cover, nonfiction, free, you know, you're only reading 4 books to get that bingo. You don't have to read something for the free space. Next up is a booktube recommendation. So if you have been watching one of my videos, someone else's video, anyone's video, and you're like, wow, that book sounds so good, this is the spot for it. Next up we have Keep Putting Off. So this is a book that you have been meaning to read for a while and you just keep procrastinating. Next is a short story, and that is to combat the over 500 pages space that is right above it. You're welcome. Next is a book that involves friendship or found family. Either one is fine. You might even find a book that has both. Next is a book that involves vacation or travel. So nothing screams summer like vacation to me, but I put travel in there as well because it doesn't have to be just a book that involves a vacation. Travel of any sort is totally fine. Next, we have a cozy mystery, and I'm gonna admit that this space is going to be challenging for me because I haven't read very many cozy mysteries, so I'm not exactly sure where to start. So if you have cozy mystery recommendations, I will take them. Next up, we have a nature prompt. So you could take this a number of different ways. So this could mean that this book has really beautiful nature writing. It could mean that a good portion of the book is set within nature. It could be a nonfiction about nature. There's multiple different ways that you can interpret this one. Next, we have a sci-fi or a fantasy. Either one counts. Next, we have a buzzy book. So this is a book that people have been talking about that you haven't read yet. And this can be loose, like it doesn't have to be a book that people are only talking about this summer. I think that any book that's been buzzy within like the last year or so totally counts. Next, we have a reread. So a book you've read before and you would like to read again. Next, we have a new to you author. And then the last prompt that we have is a book that was mentioned in another book. So this could mean actually that this specific book is mentioned in another book or just that the author is. So I found that this happens pretty frequently, and there is actually a book that I'm planning to read in August for this already. So, and I heard this author mentioned in multiple books that I read last year. And so I've been wanting to read him for a while, and I'm going to read him this summer. So it could be just the specific book you saw mentioned in another book, or it could just be the author. So those are the prompts. If you have any questions or need any clarification on any of the prompts, or you'd like to give recommendations for any of the prompts, feel free to leave any of that in the comments down below. Or if you have any questions about the giveaway or anything else, please feel free to leave those. I would be happy to clarify anything. And I would love to know if you're joining in. I hope that you do. I think that summer book bingo is just such a fun way to diversify your summer reads, and it's so satisfying every time you get a bingo. It's just so much fun, and we have a plethora of different prompts and genres to choose from this summer, so I hope you will join us. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and also subscribe so you can continue to see more bookish content from me, and I will see you again next time.